with TESEF. Let me briefly introduce Mensur Akgün to my right, who is going to kick off our discussion. Mensur is an advisor of TESEF's foreign policy program. He's also a university professor. He has taught at Marmara and Kültür universities, and he's a regular contributor to a number of Turkish newspapers. Mensur will be followed by his colleague Sabiha Senyucel. She is the director of the foreign policy program at TESEF. She studied in the Netherlands and in Istanbul and is currently a PhD candidate. Sabiha will supply us with some data and interpretations and findings of the survey. And then my colleague Brian Katulis, who runs our Middle East efforts in the National Security Team, will comment and on the survey and on what has been discussed here at the panel. We'll have an exchange up here for a few minutes, and then we will open it up for discussion. I'll give the journalists in attendance the chance to ask the first round of questions, and after that we will have an exchange with the rest of you. So Mensur, why don't I turn it over to you?
Thank you very much, Michael. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. And let me also begin by expressing our gratitude to you for organizing such a marvelous event for us today. And considering the time limits we have, I don't have much to add what you said with respect to change taking place in the country, in Turkey, also change taking place in the foreign policy of the country. And you I very much appreciate you kindly avoided the term axis shift, but there is a change in the foreign policy, and it has been both a blessing and a curse for the country. So we are not going to deal today. Our primary aim is not to deal with the supply side of the foreign policy of the country, but rather on the demand. We will be focusing on the demand side, and the demand, that's to say, international demand. As you have the report, we covered seven countries of the Middle East plus Iran. And we asked more than 2,000 respondents certain questions, and we elaborated them and we filtered them. And you have this report at your disposal, and the further studies is on the pipeline. We will have a larger report based on our other findings. And in addition to this, we are going to share some highlights which from our recent research, which is, elaborating the other demand side. That's to say, the Turkish public opinion. And I will share some of them with you because I think it has some relevance to our potential discussions here today. Particularly with respect to bilateral relations. So before I go further into the report, let me just emphasize some highlights from the report, which we have not yet published, which will be ready about a month time. And this is also about the perception of the Turkish public opinion about Turkey's foreign policy. Let me give you some highlights. 52% of the Turks are satisfied with the current Turkish foreign policy and the way it is done. And when it comes to bilateral relations, 28% believe that the U.S. is friendly. Only 28% believe that U.S. is friendly towards Turkey. In return, they believe 76% of the Turks believe that Turkey is friendly to U.S. And but 53% see the future of relations with the U.S. positively. And probably this is quite a remarkable figure because it's, as I said, probably exceeding the American figure, which is Turks, as of end of December, evaluate Obama's presidency positively. That's to say, 67% of Turks believe that Obama administration contributing positively to world affairs. And 72% believe that Turkey can be a model for the Middle East. The corresponding figure in the other research is 66% for the 7 countries of the Middle East, and only 47% of Turks support Iran's nuclear energy, peaceful energy program, and only 26% support Iran developing nuclear weapons. So this is in nutshell what we found in our research, which is not published, which may have some relevance to our debate here today. So when it comes to this report, and as Sabiha, my colleague Sabiha Sen-Yücel is going to elaborate in more detail, Turkey is very much appreciated by the countries of the region, and the level, when we include the level of sympathy is reaching to 85% when we include Iran. When we exclude Iran, it's 80%. And as I said, 66% of all those respondents were considering Turkey as a model, and they would like to see Turkey to play a role in the region. And well, it is 78% of them believe that Turkey should play a mediatory role in resolving Israeli-Palestinian conflict. There are, of course, some contradictions in public opinion, but needless to say, this is giving a sort of guideline to